Yo, 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 what's up with you? It's the 96 Cast. It's your boy Big Shug, and you know what we doing tonight. Got us a solo podcast going. So, the first thing we're going to talk about today is this whole Compton gang banging thing. Like, dude, it's 2024. What the fuck is wrong with these dudes? And I mean, they just get online and talk like crash fucking dummies. You know what a crash? If you don't know what a crash dummy is, a crash dummy is somebody who will go to great lengths, put their life on the line for some of the dumbest shit you've ever heard. I mean, $1, a cheeseburger, a piece of chicken, like idiots. Like basically, you just call them idiots. So let's see what this guy got to say, man.
No, I'm just
Now
playing.
I seen you in LA with the White Sox hat on, and you know LA is one of the places you can't really wear the hat you want to wear, the baseball caps.
Yeah.
But out there, you still doing your one too. It's like you don't. What's the difference between the LA gang banging and Chicago gang banging? And have you been pressed yet out there?
I got pressed out there. I got pressed. I definitely got pressed. I had a bunch of blue White Sox hat on, bang to the red light. They was trying to see what was to me.
What? How'd it go? Where was you at? Matter of fact,
I was on Nipsey Hustle block.
Crenshaw,
Yeah.
60,
I was on the road, 6
Slauson.
Yeah, I was Slauson.
Yeah.
I was at the dollar journal.
Mm-hmm.
Pulled up, thinking they had an ATM machine in that bitch. No ATM machine.
The mother, they be in there just chilling.
In the parking lot, kicking him. What set you bang, cuz?
You was by yourself?
No, it was me, Corporate Cartel Media. Shout out to Corporate Cartel Media.
And this is what I mean. Like, you get what I'm saying? What set you bang? What, dude, none of these dudes, mothers, family, anything has any kind of generational wealth, property, assets, anything in these areas. I just want to remind you that while we speaking on this, because this is mental illness. With this, and I know I come from this, and I woke up one day like this is mental illness. Like, so let's continue.
Bro. Like, anything else outside of I'm from the rack and you still going on took, I was gonna fry his ass in that parking lot and pull off. I fry his ass. Over fry his ass on my dear homie. I was gonna fry his ass and pull off, go do no jump and go back home. I was literally like 15. I was late to going to do an interview. Cause I had to stop. I wanted to go get some cash. I wanted to go stop and grab me my weed. But I was gonna fry his ass, do the interview, and go home. I don't fuck great. Don't fuck with me. I ain't gonna fuck with you.
Yeah, but you gotta respect the turf you
I
walk
do.
on too.
Of course, that's why I told you I'm from the rack.
And what'd he say?
All right.
Dapped him up?
And I spun off, but as I'm spinning off, Big Tuna spin off the side of the car. Big Tuna like, hey, that's FBG Butter? And I'm like, yeah, hold on. But then when I look back, I'm like, damn, that's Big Tuna. Bro.
Mm-hmm.
I seen Tim around Nip. Bro, so I'm, okay. We go ahead real quick. You know, I asked the lady, they just pressed you out there? Oh, it's an old black lady. Real short, old elderly lady. She worked there. She like the manager. She like, they just pressed you out there? I'm like, huh? They rolled down on you, they pressed you? I'm like, oh no, man, I'm from Chicago. She like, I'm like, y'all got an ATM in here, man? She like, no. She like, you ain't gonna probably find another ATM. She like, probably like 6 miles down, straight down. She was like, and be careful. She's like, because they all over here. All the people that you think not with them, with them.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what? Now I got to looking around. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay.
And it's not how it used to be either. They're not wearing Dickies and Chuck.
If you know, you know. Like, if you know, man.
Taylors, and it ain't like the movies. It's
Nah,
and it ain't too color based too. It'll be niggas in red, that's a rolling
yeah.
60.
Cause the one who pressed me, he was in red. He had a red t-shirt on and some blue jeans.
I don't know, Chad. I'm a different kind of dude. Like I don't want to go online and admit to a bunch of strangers like I got pressed. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's a weird thing to do off the back end. And you know, I don't know about these guys. Like they be on here doing some weird business. Like speaking business in which they gain, you know, divulge in, snitching on themselves basically, and it'd be like, wow, boy, you give a Crip internet, or you give one of these Chicago dudes the internet, and this is the first thing they do. Like they want to gang bang online. Like this shit is madness. But let's continue, man.
So you don't. It ain't how it used to be. It ain't the '90s where it's by uniform.
Yeah. Because
So
he definitely got on my back. Well, I'm thinking he blood. He 6'0", 6'0", cuz 6'0", cuz.
I mean, but good. You was wearing a blue hat.
Yeah.
Mm.
Had that bitch bang just like this. Jumping out that Aston Martin, riding wrist like this.
Mm.
O'Neal. That
Chat. The first thing a dude do. Listen, I don't know. It's like, you know, a dude start telling a story and weirdly get the flex, and it's usually a lie. I hop out the Aston Martin like this, like, you know, you just was on FYB J Main podcast and y'all was talking about how y'all was broke and fucked up. So was y'all broke and fucked up, or was you hopping out of Aston Martins like this? Like this the game with them Chicago niggas, like.
bro. Like anything else outside of I'm from the rack and you still going on took, I was gonna fry his ass in that parking lot and pull off. I fry his ass. Over fry his ass.
And then I'm sorry for the pauses, but like that really be getting me. Like I was gonna kill him or kill him, but like, you know, and I'm not anti-law enforcement or anything. In fact, like I tell you, you know, I run a mercenary group. We do security and details and everything. So the professional courtesy with law enforcement is right there. So you know what I'm saying. But at the end of the day, like, you know, if these guys so against the police, how come they only kill each other? Why don't they ever go kill like a government official who's against like what they stand for, or like a police officer? Like, but all they would rather do is just kill a nigga, 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 kill a nigga. But let's continue.
So my dear homie, I was gonna fry his ass. Bro. Like anything else outside of I'm from the rack and you still going on took, I was gonna fry his ass in that parking lot and pull off. I fry his ass. Over fry his ass. On my dear homie, I was gonna fry his ass and pull off, go do no jump and go back home. I was literally like 15. I was late to go to do an interview.
So like, did anybody tell these guys like these buildings have cameras on them, especially, you know, a business like No Jumper. Like No Jumper's been around a long time. I'm sure they're making lots of money. You know, they got Lena, they got, you know, Adam doing a thing offline. You know, and it whoopty 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 woo. So why would you do that right there of all places? Like, this is what I mean, chat. Like by a crash dummy, like these dudes is like fucking stupid. Like I promise you, but.
Cause I had to stop. I wanted to go get some cash. I wanted to go stop and grab me my weed. But I was gonna fry his ass, do the interview, and go home. I don't fuck great. Don't fuck with me. I ain't gonna fuck with you.
And then I just want to say this. These be the same dudes who sit there and holler and cry, I'm on probation, I'm on papers, I can't be around a gun, I can't be around this. And then, Okay, all right. Let's get back to it.
Yeah, but you gotta respect the turf you
I
walk on
do.
too.
Of course, that's why I told you I'm from the rack.
And what'd he say?
All right.
Dapped him up?
And I spun off, but as I'm spinning off, Big Tuna spin off the side of the car. Big Tuna like,
Yo, chat, you ever hear that one Soldier Boy story where he's like, the nigga over there start blowing, so I turn him around, put him in the boski. This is basically what you hearing right now.
hey, that's FBG Butter? And I'm like, yeah, hold on. But then when I look back, I'm like, damn, that's Big Tuna. Bro, I seen Tim around Nip. Bro, so I'm, okay, let me go ahead real quick. You know, I asked the lady, they just pressed you out there? Oh, it's an old black lady. Real short, old elderly lady. She worked there. She like the manager. She like, they just pressed you out there? I'm like, huh? They rolled down on you, they pressed you? I'm like, oh no, man, I'm from Chicago. I ain't. She like, I'm like, y'all got an ATM in here, man? She like, no. She like, you ain't gonna probably find another ATM. She like, probably like 6 miles down, straight down. She's like, and be careful. She's like, because they all over here, all the people that you think not with them.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what? Now I got to looking around. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay.
And it's not how it used to be either. They not wearing Dickies and Chuck Taylors, and it ain't like the movies. It's and it ain't too color based too. It'll be niggas in red that's a rolling 60.
Cause the one who pressed me, he was in red. He had a red.
You know, I know like this originally was supposed to be subsidiaries of the Black Panther movement, and then like somewhere down the line, a bunch of dummies got in control and just reprogrammed, manipulated, and now the community here. So, you know, I'm not gonna get these crash dummies no more fucking time. But you know, we gonna get straight into it. But this is one of the big reasons why Adam 22 just fired the entire No Jumper crew. And let me see if I could pull it up, or at least a short clip of it.
All right, what else we got on this topic list here?
You fired Flacco?
That's crazy. We did not fire.
Hey, that nigga AD acting ignorant today.
On my Bustigator too.
Nah, you just hate Flacco,
He
huh?
said, fuck that political
Flacco.
shit. We
Turning up on him
today.
No, Flacco's my guy.
You trying to get him out the paint?
Nah, Flacco's my guy.
Does Gina like Flacco?
No, she didn't put him on Secret Santa.
You won't even look at her.
It's crazy because on God, I still don't be having no ill will towards that man right
But
now.
he was just in here.
Hey,
he didn't look at you, right?
He do not.
At all.
He do not.
So if you don't know the story, basically an unlicensed security guard shot somebody at No Jumper. I'm guessing it's some kind of major lawsuit or something going on. And Adam 22, he just wants to completely cut all his strings with all of those guys. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's like, well, you brought a bunch of nincompoop gangsters onto your platform knowing you don't live that kind of life. So you had no way of knowing the strategies they were going to use and then using better strategies to negate those strategies. So at the end of the day, I just really feel like when you bring in violence to your business, to your company, corporation, anything like that, to your podcast, if that's just what you want to call it, you got to watch who you have around you. So, you know, the name of the game is like this. When you change your ways, and, you know, let's say Adam 22 does have a record of hustling or being in the streets or whatever, when you change your ways, I don't know too many men who don't know, like, there are people you got to let go. Am I right? I mean, there's a shitload of people I have to let people from the sandbox go because it just, at a certain point in time, you look at these people. Yeah, and it's like these people never change, in my opinion, because I'm not one who likes to turn his back on people. But you got to give me a really good reason, and people who don't grow is an incredibly good reason to turn your fucking back because they'll weigh you down. Have you in jail or anything, any kind of stupid shit like that. But, you know, that's basically what the premise for Adam 22 and the No Jumper crew was. So, first of all, he shouldn't have had an unlicensed guard working any kind of details, number one. So, or if he did, he should have at least been fluent in the laws of weapon handling wherever, No Jumper podcast is. I don't glaze hard enough to fucking even know where they are. I just know it's No Jumper podcast. So, I think it might be in California because a lot of these Compton guys and Bloods and Crips and all of that bullshit come to No Jumper like frequently. So, but in this case, a bunch of Brick Baby's followers, companions, friends, followers, acquaintance, I don't know what these people are to him. I don't even know these people. So, but they sat on, they took his spot in, I guess, the show he ran, and they sat there and I guess they were talking a bunch of smack about him or whatever, and he decided to come. So when he comes, people talking smack about you, you watching and you going up there, you're going up there for one reason. The only thing is, when Brick Baby went up there to crash out, he brought his child with him. Not just his child. He brought his baby. I'm sorry, excuse me. But he brought his baby girl with him. Like any dad anywhere knows, if I'm going to do some bullshit, I'm not bringing my kids with me. Like, is that not father class 0, rule 0, whatever we want to call it? Like, we don't take our children with us to do bullshit. But, like I said, these guys are crash dummies. So, crash dummies, excuse what I just said. But when you dealing with crash dummies, you got to understand it. Crash dummies will go to great lengths to prove whatever dumb, pointless fucking point they have. It's the whole point of being a crash dummy. Oh, I'm the shooter. I'm gonna shoot everybody for you guys. I'm the shooter. I'm the crash dummy. Like, you get it? So, I don't even get why he gave these guys time, knowing that, you know what I'm saying? He's kind of a high-profile guy. As far as the average guy, $32,000 a year type of guy.
Fuck with you.
That nigga don't even look me in the eye.
Treats you like you killed his homie. Or
I was
something.
just in here and telling him, I'm like, he still has function.
I be feeling bad for him.
Wasn't even hating. I'm like, he still has function. I'm not going to courtrooms at 7:45. He has a specific position that I think he could fill.
He's great with hip hop knowledge. He's gonna do shit that everybody else ain't gonna do. But I think he's oblivious to a lot of shit.
Facts.
Just how to be a human being. That's all.
But do you think to a certain extent that Flacco kind of had like the wind taken out of his sails because he just kept coming in here week after week, and you and Suicide and T-Rail and even me and damn near everybody here just over and over and over telling him like, stop doing this and you need to like, but realistically it's like, even at our worst, even at our most bullying, we're really looking out for him because he's really
because we didn't want nothing to happen to him.
Yeah. Hold on though.
I don't want nothing to happen.
If y'all didn't do that, and he had continued.
But see, I don't know if you guys watch No Jumper and these shows and stories they got with these gangbangers, but they'll have, Whack 100, he running a blood set somewhere, and then they've got these guys that come from a Crip set somewhere. One of them a professional fucking boxer. So, Adam 22 kind of stirs up bullshit. Like, if you grew up in America, Bloods and Crips don't get along and all the whoop-de-whoop-de, and everything. So, why would you invite both of those groups of people into your workplace in the first place? So, again, I really think this Adam put himself in this position.
You to just shoot off at the mouth with pure autonomy, where would that have ended?
How would that
have
else
turned out?
dealing with that shit?
Or he might have got caught slipping in some nasty ass way.
See, I look at shit like this, right? If we're sitting here, we're going to be a platform. We have to hold everybody accountable. But ultimately, if something happens at No Jumper, this is the nigga that's going to get in trouble for the shit.
Facts.
Regardless. So, just looking at that shit, it's like, okay, on one end, it's like, okay, Adam tries to make people act independently, but this is not independently because anything that comes on his platform, they're going to hold him to their shit. So it make all of us look bad. If Adam do something stupid right now, people will be like, AD, why Why Adam do this?
But there's a whole-
why does he do this?
there's
And
a
I'm
whole-
representing this company.
That's fact.
I can't represent this company if
I ain't
there's
gonna
some
lie,
weirdo shit on here.
That's crazy that you said that, because like the last couple times that I've been in public, I think it was like a battle rap event, and on God, a nigga pulled me to the side and asked me how I feel about Adam and the shit he.
See?
I swear to God, and nigga, I just found myself defending you for 45 minutes.
I remember,
Nigga,
I
in the
was
middle,
there.
yeah, you was there in the middle. I'm like, nigga, first of all, he paid me, nigga. Second of all, nigga, I'm like, what other network you see just employing all young black motherfuckers?
See, me and this
Like,
nigga,
let's keep it a buck.
We argue like cat.
And like a victimized nigga gonna do. Oh, he hire a bunch of black folks. You don't see too many people out here hiring black folks. Yes sir, no sir. Like, oh, what you gonna do? You gonna do the jigaboo dance, or you gonna, like, these dudes contradict themselves. Like, they act like they have common sense, yet every move you see, they have not a single piece of common sense. I mean, could we not all agree? Like, oh, I'm gonna kill this dude at the gas station because he said my show was weak. Tender knuckleheads. I mean, emotion like females. So, I mean, I didn't expect more. You knew most of the people who started watching No Jumper at this point watched No Jumper to see when the breaking point and when the crash dummies were going to activate. So that's the whole thing. Adam thought he was building these viewers, and the whole time, a lot of these folks was just here to see him fall. Like, he need to surround himself with better people. He need to get them niggas off there. Shit, if you've got to have a crew of white dudes to make sure that your company run that way, you know, hey, it is what it is. I mean, but people, through experience, people gave you reason. Like, look at how these dudes act. You got these dudes off the block. These dudes have barely had $10 in their pocket, right? And you put them on your platform when they making $103 grand a year. Like, you take them off the block from having nothing, and then put them in a position to where now they're part of the very elite, highly sought after 11% of high value men. I mean, although the actions, the way they walk, talk, and all the rest of everything will say differ, but the financial aspect would be there. But, you know, a lot of people not appreciative of anything, so.
Cats and dogs, you feel me?
And now that's what I told him too. I was like, if you don't think if I'm in the same room with Adam and he say something that I disagree with, you don't think I'm gonna be like, hey Adam, I don't fuck with that. I don't give a fuck if this my boss, nigga. If it's something I disagree with, I'm gonna say it. We grown ass men. We can disagree. That's fine. You know what I'm saying?
And this is
but I
my-
had to defend that nigga for like an hour.
And I look at him like the homie. So like, if
Facts.
he do something
I'm
I
holding
don't
my
like,
homies accountable.
if he don't say something I don't like, I'm just like, hey bro, I don't fuck with this. Woo, woo, woo. He gonna tell me the same type of shit.
Right.
But I'm not gonna come on camera and be like, all right, whatever, and make the shit. I'm
We
still gonna
know.
hold this shit down.
We in the group chat too, motherfucker. we
I
know
don't
it is.
think
like,
anybody
put them
here
to the
feels
side.
like they can't fucking argue with me about shit.
No,
Like,
Nigga, you
know?
stubborn as hell.
Well,
I mean, I'm fucking starting arguments
Nah.
half the time. If I got something to say, I'll just say it.
Between 8 and 11, it's up every single day. That's,
Royal Rumble
Facts.
before the
Every
joint gets
morning.
sparked.
Every morning.
before
it's
Adam,
up.
before Adams hit the Jack Shack.
Facts.
I don't usually beat off in the morning.
It goes up in the morning.
Maybe I should institute that though.
I
Maybe
think out
you
of
should.
everybody here, you probably done had one-on-one conversations with me more than everybody.
And then if you know me, you know I always say Adam 22 has these black guys on there because he has some weird some weird obsession with the black man's phallus. I cannot describe it to you. I don't know why. But even the jokes they throw around, even in my friend group, hey man, that ain't none of your business what I do. But these guys just go about it like they, yeah, hey, yo, because I mean, what are we talking about now? I will walk off. So it just gets ridiculous, man.
Everybody.
This game, you're not ready for it.
Really?
Would you agree? As
But-
far as on some like confrontation type shit.
Here
Okay.
and there, we got to patch things up.
So with that being said, do you feel like there's a degree of culpability on your part for the whole Flacco thing, considering Flacco was kind of what you unleashed as, I can't say this shit, I can't talk shit, I have to stand on my words, but this fucking wrecking ball of a human being can?
The white man strikes again.
Nah, but like, listen, Flacco, like, it's easy for people to forget
It's a
how.
human bowling ball.
Listen, when he first came in here, when we first flew him out, and remember how fucking entertaining every goddamn piece of content we did about him was? It was like we couldn't even do this show every Tuesday without talking about him half the fucking time. It really got out of control at a certain point. And it was like he just came in with a different energy and mad controversial takes and everything. And a lot of it was fucking over the line, let's be real. But like, I mean, we brought him in here like any.
And then even hearing what Adam has to say, his take on everything that went down, it still makes you wonder, well, why didn't you tell him to leave? But, you know, as I said before, you know, we giving these guys too much attention at this moment, so I want to move over on to the next subject. Kevin Hart and these Eddie Murphy, the Nutty Professor fucking style action movies, like, I cannot be the only person who is just like, dude, if it's time, just go gracefully. Just go gracefully, because this shit right here sucks. The movie is terrible. We understand, and this isn't a take on Cat Williams or anything like that. Like, you tried to, I don't know if this is like some vengeance, like, I'll prove my point, but dude, you've got to move the fuck on, because I mean, this Die Hard 2 shit, it is terrible, dude. So, you know, and you know, it makes me really think, like, so at the end of every superstar's career, they're gonna pull an Eddie Murphy, like, you know, he did it right, he did it shit, technically I'd say first, you know, and then Martin Lawrence was able to do it and get him something on. Then Marlon Wayans and the white chick. You see what I'm starting to say?
No. Marlon Wayans with sextuplets, love.
Oh, sextuplet. Yeah, you know, I got to give Marlon Wayne more credit than that. You know, it's a shame that they stole the Scary Movie franchise from him. That's why I will not be watching this reboot. I will not be watching that. When you watch those interviews and his eyes get watery, it's about, you know, that's his family's legacy, that company, and it's a long story, but they really did not treat the Wayans brothers too well. And you know, the Wayans brothers, they brought in Jim Carrey, they brought in a lot of good people, you know, people who actually, like my millennial self, made my childhood. Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, things like that. The Mask. But The Mask is my favorite. The Ace Ventura is my editor's. And I actually understood why he made the number 23. You know, if you know, you know. You know, wanting to be taken serious in movies and things like that. My only thing is Jim's takes on a lot of things. At this age, I mean, you know, I'd respect Jim if he stuck to the Keanu Reeves move and just, you know, just didn't speak about it. You know, Keanu Reeves will always be the most lovable actor because he won't speak about it. He won't speak about this side or that side, you know. And Dwayne the Ad Johnson as well, because when he speaks, he doesn't have a negative thing to say about anybody's company, any person. Yes, his whole linguistics is neutral. Somebody let the dog in. But, so yeah, you know, and I want to know, you know, do you think Kevin Hart is falling off? Because, you know, I mean, it's sad to say, but, you know, he's had a good run. You know, he's had, you know, some funny stand-up comedies and everything. But this Die Hard thing is just, it's too much, you know. So, but let's move on to our next topic. So, oh, man, you know, after a defeat, I like to go home. I like to sip me a nice Corona Extra, and I like to debrief on why in the hell I just lost at whatever I was doing. So let's talk about it. Grippy. Hold on. Let me pull this up because I don't know, man. I feel like Kendrick done made guys pull a Machine Gun Kelly here. So we got Cole out here just. Yeah, look, first thing, Grippy. I look like my suggestions, but, you know.
For a limited time, shop Pixel's Summer of Savings event at googlestore.com.
Yeah, so everybody said they don't fucking like it, but I don't know. It's kind of catchy after a while. I don't know what a grippy is, but I don't think I want to know what a grippy is. Because, anyways, you know who we got next? Well, shit. Well, I can't say you know because if you don't know, you don't know. But if you know, you know. And again, I'm biased in this. I hold no affiliation to any group, camp, anybody outside of the 96 cast.
Fentanyl is tearing families apart. Tammy Baldwin gets it. So Tammy brought both parties together to go after the suppliers in China and the cartels in Mexico. Tell Senator Tammy Baldwin to keep fighting for bipartisan solutions to the opioid crisis.
I'm gonna give everybody a second to shake back from that one, because I mean,
What are those?
I'm not sure what the fuck that was either. So, you know, a lot of people saying it's AI, but you know, Drake promoted it on his page. A lot of people saying it's a joke. Then you've got people saying like, no, you know, this a parody artist, but it's supposed to be a joke. But you know, at the end of the day, you know, after a loss like that, that shit kind of cringe. Like, man, you need to start rapping like the baby, you know. Shit, he out here, he trying to really free the slaves. You hear what I'm saying? I mean, so what y'all thinking? Is this trolling or is this Drake? Like, um,
I don't know.
a lot of people saying it's AI, but I can hear a lot of like tone change and things like that, and AI usually like mono and everything, so it makes you go like, And then the last subject, this is well, I wouldn't say the last one because we got a few more, but this one is important to me. I'm not sure what's going on, but it's a couple like trolling pages and things out there. You guys make sure you be careful. Foundational Black Africans or something like that. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Black's Law Dictionary, but that those are the laws that you know the police uphold that we're supposed to abide. So go check out like you know the race Black inside of the Law Dictionary. You understand it has something to do with Negro blood and you know equivalent to African. But if you know equivalent, you know that it's having $15 is equivalent to having 16. Having $19 is equivalent to having 20. When you're 19 years old, you usually say, you know, 19. You just say I'm 20, but you know what I'm saying. So, you guys make sure you watching out for that. You know, I'm not sure what's going on with that or where that came from. You know, we got everything going on with Biden and the immigration things. You know, we all knew he was going to wait till the end of the year to do an executive order or to secure the border because, I mean, it's not like anybody's going to hold him accountable for the last 3 years of treason, we could say. So, you know, yeah. And then, you know, this topic, we're going to do a hour-long live stream about this one. The minute we get more information on it, the Daylight and Bankhead fucking, the battle rapper Bankhead and the ghostwriter for Drake, Daylight, they going head to head. You know, they got a little smoke brewing, and can't wait to see where this actually brings us to. But you know, hopefully we get more good tracks like we just got out of Kendrick and Drake. Push Ups is actually a good track to me. If you know Family Matters, you know, as a mixed person, don't weaponize the word nigga. Like, you know, you saying it, you know, nobody's saying nothing. That means you in the community that you here. So just respect where you at, you know, like you want somebody to respect being in your home. That's how you treat being a part of the culture. You treat it like you in somebody else's home because you are a guest in our home, in our culture. So, you know, just try to have a little bit of respect, you know, not say things like rapping like you're trying to free the slaves or, you know, bring up molestation, which is a very big problem in the Black community. If you know, you know. I'm not really going to speak on it. But you know, a lot of problems with that. But I can't wait to hear what Daylight got. You know, if you listen to Daylight, you know he's a ghostwriter. He speaks in a lot of parables when he's interviewed, so it's hard to really distinguish like where he stands with you know as far as things go. So it's gonna be an incredible podcast to actually do and you know really get be a part of the culture. You know, if you know me, you know I tried to do music, but I didn't have the right marketing tactics and everything. Make some, you know, very fire songs. Had the younger guys in my city playing me and everything. So that was pretty cool. And you know, like Joe Budden, here I am. No, but you know, that's really exciting. I can't wait to be a part of that. And you know, I missed out on the Kendrick reactions because you know those were just dope moments to me. The indictment put down, you know, we don't want to hear you say nigga no more. Stop. Like, you know, that was just dope. So, you know, I'm pretty sure you guys feeling how I'm feeling. And, you know, we gonna keep the podcast moving and coming more to Couch Talk with your boy Big Scooby Doo 23. You know, we got Kira Nay here, we got Juju B, we got your boy Big Shug Music 414. So, you know, I'm excited. I'm really excited. So, you know, if you watch it, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and, you know, give us a share if you can. But other than that, peace. Shout out to Fredo TV, man. All right, y'all.